December 28th, 2025, Katie, here we are.
Yes.
It blows my mind how quickly this year went. We say a lot, man, time flies, but this past year has been a blur. Changes in our personal lives, changes at the church, changes in culture.
Yeah.
And here we are at the end of the year. And we're going into 2026. Our word for 2026 is impact, based on the scripture that says, you are the light of the world. Go make a difference. Go impact your world. And we're going to step out to do that. But really, as I've been thinking and preparing for that next step in our series that we're going to teach on, we can't really make an impact until we understand the sacrifices and be grateful for the history that got us to this point.
Yeah, absolutely. City Church has such a rich history in 9.5 years.
Yeah.
And part of that, we don't even see the sacrifices that everyone made along the way. But there's a really special house behind us. Why are we standing here?
This house, I love this question because this is where it started. Tracy and I were down here in other ministries for about a year, and those other ministries didn't work out. But somehow in that time frame we were here, 27 people saw something in us and believed in us and invited us to this house, in the front room of this house, and asked us if we would plant a church. And it was a hard no. No, I'm going back to Montana. And 2 or 3 weeks later, phone call came, same group of people asked if we would meet with them, came back to the front room of this house, met with those 27 people, and they asked again, would you plant a church? Well, the details are crazy from that point forward, but that night, that second night, really was the start of really a softening of my heart and putting the pieces into place to plant the church. It's hard work, and we've done it before. And so I'm grateful that those 27 people invited us to this house, not once, twice, and asked us to plant something new that would make an impact.
Yeah.
But you know what? We weren't here very long. The day we decided, okay, we'll move forward, I thought we were moving forward with a Bible study. There was one family who had some friends that owned a little dance studio here in the city. And they went to them and said, hey, your dance studio is not open on Sundays. Could we gather in your dance studio on Sundays? And that owner said yes. So they came to me and said, hey, rather than cram into this house and make everybody fit, what do you say we meet in the dance studio? And I foolishly said yes. So we went to the dance studio, and I remember the third week pulling away from that place and looking at Tracy and saying, I think we've planted a church.
Yes, you did.
And so grateful for the last 9.5 years.
Yeah.
The people God's brought into our lives, the sacrifices, the generosity, and the great stories we have to tell. So, you want to see the dance studio location?
Let's do it.
Let's go see that.
All right.
Come on. So Katie, this is the spot, this crazy little strip mall we came to from that house on Mauna Loa.
Right.
And we knew we were still called to make an impact. And in this little hole at the time, we gathered and planted a church. And this is where we came after that house to this spot right here.
Yeah, this used to be a dance studio. Now it's a salon. And just half a mile away is one of the largest Assembly of God churches in the Valley.
Yeah.
Thousands of people meet there every week, and you're trying to start something kind of in their shadow.
Exactly, right in their shadow.
Wow.
One of my favorite memories was right here at this spot where we're standing, right here. Our first water baptism, right here.
That is so cool.
It was a crazy Sunday morning. A guy that was on our board of elders at the time filled up a big portable pool, 1 5-gallon bucket of water at a time to the back of the building. He got here at 5 in the morning, and 1 5-gallon bucket at a time filled the pool up. And Mo Morris, on our board of elders right now, was our first water baptism.
That's awesome.
Right here. It was that's one of my favorite memories of being in this spot.
That is such an encouraging story, and I know we weren't here long. Where do we go next?
So, major miracle. We moved into this building in June of 2016.
Okay.
And we found a building, a permanent building that we didn't have to set up and tear down in El Mirage. It was a church building listed for sale, and it was listed for sale, and we had just less than a month of history and decided we were going to try to buy that building.
Wow.
So we talked to a lending company, and at that time, the building was on the market for $425,000, but it valued at $600,000. And the lender said, well, you need to have 50% equity. So we knew we needed $125,000 down payment to even be considered.
Okay.
So the 27 people, we were probably 40, 45-ish at this time. And so we presented to the small group of people that gathered here and set up and tore down, there's a building we want to buy, but we need $125,000. And we started in July, August, September, October, 3.5 months. 45 people raised $125,000
Wow.
for us to put as a down payment.
Incredible.
It was incredible. We called the lender, said, hey, we've got the down payment. And they said, you need 3 years history before we can even look at you. We didn't know what to do then, so we called our superintendent, Pastor Steve Harris, and said, what do we do? He said, you call them and tell them that the network will co-sign.
Wow.
So I called him and said, Pastor Steve Harris says that the network will co-sign. They put me on hold, came back about 5 minutes later and said, what day would you like to close on the building?
That's favor.
Yeah, that was favor. So here we were, started in June. November of that year, we're buying a $600,000 piece of property, had raised $125,000 in cash up front, and it was an exciting time.
That is incredible.
Yeah. We got to visit the El Mirage building.
All right.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Let's go. Katie, this is the building that we ended up buying from the down payment we earned while we were in the dance studio.
Right.
The miracle to get in here. Church is 3 months old, and we found a lender that didn't need a 3-year history financially to let us in. And when we moved in here, we decided our theme word for this year, impact, we were gonna make an impact. And we did much outreach in this neighborhood, a lot of work, updating this building, fixing people's homes. I think my favorite story of the impact we had was we connected with El Mirage Elementary and asked them how we could be more involved, and not just with backpacks or giving teachers lunch or breakfast, but how can we really make a difference? What's the silver bullet? And the school nurse said her biggest problem is lice.
Yeah.
And it was whenever the one child has lice, they're sent home. They can't come back for 10 days because it takes that long for the families to be able to afford to even get them a lice kit.
Yep.
So we went on the adventure. We went to Walmart and bought 250 lice kits, gave them to the school. So when a child was found to have lice, they were sent home. Not only in 10 days did they lose academic advancement, but they also missed out on meals because most of these students had breakfast and lunch at school. So 10 days of not enough food, 10 days of not learning. So by giving the school 250 lice kits, now children were sent home with a lice kit and they were returning in an average of 2 and 3 days.
So awesome.
It was such a great way to make an impact. And this is where you joined City Church. This is where you found us.
Yes.
What are some of your thoughts?
Yes, Freddie and I found City Church here in El Mirage, and this is where Freddie started playing on the worship team. I started serving in kids. We actually found a love for serving here at this church. And even though there was red carpet and green pews, we had come from a church in Scottsdale. This is not what we were used to, but we both felt like the Lord said, you're to stay here. And we were faithful to that. And I remember the last Christmas Eve that we were in this building, it was so packed.
It was full.
I remember saying, thank you, Jesus. This is why we're here. We are doing something in this community. So this is where it started for my family.
That was a great era. 3 years we were in this building.
Yeah.
We even would come on Sunday mornings and find syringes from drug addicts in the doorways.
I remember.
It was, I'll use the word, it was a ghetto area.
It was.
It really was. We were here 3 years, and at the end of that 3 years, we realized that we had kind of hit our ceiling. We weren't growing. We weren't drawing in families from the neighborhood, and we grew frustrated. And our board had such great foresight. They were like, our legal name, City Church of Surprise, they're like, maybe we should return to what the Lord gave us originally.
Yeah.
And so we made the decision to sell this building and began to look for a property in Surprise. Had no idea where we were going to go. And we had our Thanksgiving Sunday here in 2019. We sold the building that same month and went to our new location.
Yep.
Yeah?
I remember.
You remember. You ready to go check it out?
Let's go.
Let's go see the new place. Katie, this has been so much fun to walk through the history of the sacrifices and the generosity of people that got us here. So that building we were just in, over in El Mirage, sold the building, didn't know where we were going.
Right.
But we knew we were supposed to be back in Surprise. So one day I'm driving down Greenway and I look across a vacant lot and I saw this building and I knew that a Christian university had taken over this location. So I just wondered, I wonder if they'd partner with a church. So I came in those doors right over there, walked up to that counter right there, college student behind the counter, and I just said to her, who would I talk to about maybe leasing some space and using this to build a church? So she said, well, I think you want to talk with Keith Johnson. So I said, I have an appointment with Keith Johnson. And she said, you do? I said, no, I don't, but I want one.
There you go.
So she got up, went down that hall, got Keith that day. And so right there in that opening doorway, talking to Keith, and I said, man, we would like to be a church that rents space from you, but not just rent space. We want to impact your community.
Yeah.
We want to change students' lives, administration, staff, be available any way we can, serve you, and gather here on Sunday mornings. Just kind of told him our vision. And he said, that's a great plan. When would you like to start?
That is awesome.
Here we are.
But moving here took a lot of faith.
Yes.
We lost 100 people from the El Mirage building.
Yeah.
They just
Gone.
didn't follow. And the next week after we got here was Christmas break.
Yeah, we're in ghost town.
No students.
No. Then 2020.
COVID.
We move into December 19, 2020. COVID hits. Katie, you were doing our children then.
Yep.
And leading that ministry. We went 27 weeks without gathering.
Yeah, it was rough times.
It was really rough. Came out of COVID, if you remember, we came out of COVID, met in this room right here, this community room, with 30 people.
Yeah.
30. We went in 1 year from 168 to 30.
Yes.
And then what happened after COVID? Christmas break.
Again. So it was a whole year of trying to get the trajectory here.
Right. And
it was hard.
It was really hard. But there was that faithful few, that 27 or that 30 that stayed the course, sacrificed, gave financially, put in their time, set up and tore down, somehow saw the vision, somehow saw something in us as their leaders to believe in us and encourage us to move forward.
Yeah.
And we just kept plugging away in this little room. Then the school calls. What'd they want?
Well, there was an international weekend and they needed this community room and asked us, hey, can you go to the arena? And I was a proponent of no. Yeah. I did not want to go to the arena. And we ended up going to the arena.
We ended up going to the arena. I remember we went over there and toured the arena and talked about all the reasons it wouldn't work.
Right.
And glaring reasons it wouldn't work. So then we had a conversation of, well, let's talk about what does work.
Yeah.
And then we tried it one Sunday. And do you remember, like our leadership was like, that worked. Mm-hmm. It worked.
Yeah.
So we went from here to the arena.
Yeah.
Let's go wrap up our story in the arena.
Let's do it.
Can we do that?
We're here in the arena, and truthfully, Russ, we really didn't want to meet here. The first week went really well, so we decided to try it the next week, and we realized it was working.
It felt good.
Yeah.
For a while.
for a while.
To be honest, at the end of 2022, this big, expansive room, the number of people we had didn't feel like we were even filling it up at all.
Right.
So we had some tough decisions at the end of 2022. Are we going to keep doing what we're doing? You know, we'd been a church for 6 years, from 2016, and we really hadn't seen what we thought God was going to do. Different locations. Now we're in this massive arena, and maybe 100 people on a good weekend. So we had to make some choices. End of 2022, didn't know if we were going to make it. But praise God again for people that sat down and were faithful and generous and sacrificial and committed to the vision. We had a great team and changed some systems and some opportunities. March 2023, it was like the door opened. It opened, and we began to see that growth. And we went from the bleachers, which were painfully uncomfortable.
Very, and loud.
And loud, and loud. And you couldn't, if in the middle of a service, if you wanted to go to the bathroom, you couldn't without everybody staring at you, hearing you go down those stairs. It was, I don't know why anybody came back.
I don't either.
But they did. And here we are now. What a privilege it is to be able to meet in this place and watch God grow us dramatically, especially in the last year, on every level. And the people that he brings us are always, Katie, it's always people that are generous, obedient, sacrificial, want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. And that's what's going to help us make impact in 2026, is those kind of people that God's been bringing over the course of the years. However, we both know that City Church didn't really start here.
Right.
Let's go look at a photo that really is the beginning point of this church in the city of Surprise.
Let's go.
Let's go. Katie, here we are standing in the hallways of Surprise City Hall. And every month at Party with the Pastor, you hear me refer to a picture in this building that really is where City Church got its start.
Yeah, it's this picture right here. This is the first church in the city of Surprise. Free Will Baptist Church, the land was donated, but really we are standing on their legacy. We are standing on their shoulders. City Church is here because of their faithfulness and their impact.
Exactly. And today, a church of over 300, lives being changed. We're impacting this campus, we're impacting the city. Through what we reviewed just in our Kingdom Builder series, countries around the world, through our missionaries, we are influencing them and making an impact. As we, just in a few days, break into 2026, that's our theme word for the year, is impact.
Yes.
It's been such a fun journey to go to all these different locations and remind ourselves of where we started, the sacrifices, the generosity, the obedience of people to get us to where we are here today. That we truly are that Matthew 7 people, a light to the world on a hilltop, not hidden.
Yeah.
Attraction, drawing people to it. That one day people will stand in this hallway and go, these people built something that we can stand on. And we would like to invite you to join us on this 2026 journey, Impact.